What is the best ship for you to fly if you're brand new to New Eden? Well, that's the question we aim to answer today, ladies and gentlemen. What is the single best Newbro ship? Is there an S tier ship? That's what we aim to answer today on this front page of Twitch day. Heron might be the right answer. The friendship, if I could put it on there, it would be there. So let's talk about it first and foremost. Welcome everybody. It's good to see you. Name's Loru, digital advertiser, content creator, and Eve enjoyer for the better part of 10 years now. We got all the ships, literally all of them. And is it Capsule? The answer might surprise you. And let's start here. I think this is a good place to start. So let's start with the Venture. The Venture is the first ever mining ship you're going to get in all of New Eden. It also has some extreme bonuses. This ship could be an S tier ship right out of the gate. But with this said, the Venture is a ship that's alive in the late game for various activities as well. So is the Venture an A tier ship? I could tell you it's not a B tier ship, it's higher. I don't think we have to do anything other than just slap the Venture into S. If you're a new bro and you see a Venture, you're flying a Venture, this is a ship you're going to use for a long time. You saw the chat going off the wall. You saw them talking about the Venture and how this is a ship. It's S because of how versatile it is. I'll also, in the description of this video, put some fits for you to use if you're new. And we have a high sec Newbro Venture fit. This is what we recommend Newbros take out. It's very cheap. Oh geez, it's very cheap. It's only 1 million ISK, so you can afford this week 1. And always, if you're new, you can check out the link we have in the description of this video to make sure that you get your 1 million skill points. It'll save you about a month's training. So if you're watching this right now, we're on the front page of Twitch. If you're watching this and you've never played EVE before, you can use my code to save you like a month. You can get into whatever ship you want day 1, so you don't have to sit there waiting, training up skills. We have entire guides on what to do. EVE has never had a better time to get into it. Come check it out. Let's get it done. So this is the fit that we recommend. The Magnate is going to be our first dedicated exploration ship that we see. It's also one of the best looking ships. The Amar race is going to be, in my opinion, some of the best looking ships in the entire game. They're white on gold trim. They look really awesome. I'm very jealous of them as a Galente main. It's also really awesome at hauling stuff. The exploration ships, the tech ones, have a really big cargo bay. 400 M3 is not nothing when you're on day 1 accounts. It's definitely above a B tier ship, but is this something that you should fly day 1? Is this something you should get week 1? It might be, because you can do a lot in this. You can do scanning, you can do salvaging. Here's our Alpha Salvager. We'll put our Alpha Salvage fit in the description for you. EVE is a game you can play for free with the Alpha accounts. Again, make sure you use my links, you get those 1 million skill points, but you can still play it for free. And this ship is usable if you're an Alpha account. Simply swap out whatever modules you can't fly with the Tech 1 iterations, and you can zip around Pochfin or something similar and go get those salvaging. Is the Magnate an S tier ship? Is it something that every single Newbro should get into? I think that it's a solid A. I don't think it's S, because I actually agree with what you're saying, McCavity, about your various things. So let's put it to A, because you can go and salvage on the Alpha, but you can do this on all the things. You could also scan, also hack, but comparatively to other exploration ships, I'm going to put it to A and not S because of the lack of mid slots. Correct. The lack of mid slots means it ends up being forced into certain roles that the Heron can do more things because of its more versatility. Now, the Punisher is no stranger to our content. The Punisher is, I know this is probably Tech 2 version, but I'm not going to look in this freaking list. So the Punisher is going to be one of the most used ships in all of New Eden. And it's not actually because of its bonuses, because this is a DPS ship. Looks pretty awesome still. This ship doesn't have a lot of mid slots, but that's okay, because for the role, the Punisher is one of the most tanky ships in all of New Eden. We use it for something different. I use it to be a travel fit and bookmark maker. It has very high utility. I'll put this fit in the description for you. This is something not necessarily that Newbros can fly or do, but it's something that will really help you once you figure out this is something you need. is to make on-grid bookmarks to be able to warp to things. Hateless Rest and Power, one of the most prolific YouTubers that passed away some time ago, he has a day 1 electrical abyss. You can do this ship on the first day that you download the game. It's a fantastic fit. You'll make it back the first day. You have all the faction ammo in here. Now it is 8 million ISK, so you have to afford 8 million ISK, but you'll be able to go into the abyss, into an electrical abyss, and then go get it done. It will absolutely become one of your first ISK printers. So is the Punisher an S tier Newbro ship? Is it something you have to get into? I think the Punisher is an S tier ship and you should get into it, because 15 to 25 million an hour roughly. This is how a lot of EVE Online players think, is how much is it going to make me? So this ship costs 8 million ISK. Think of it like you buy a ticket, and every time you do the activity without losing the ship, the ticket pays for itself. So if you do this for an hour, which is about 4 abyss, maybe 3 abyss, depending on how new you are, right? How fast you're doing. Let's say 3 abyss in an hour. This is a the abyss is a like instance dungeon. You can grind by yourself or with friends to go get loot. And in EVE, if a ship costs 8 million ISK, but it makes you 15 to 25 an hour, that's really awesome. The Caldari ships, these are the next race of things. Let's talk about the Heron. You're gonna hear me talk a lot about exploration ships as we go through here, because exploration ships are one of the best ships to start out in, because when you're new, you need to get used to flying your ship. You have to get used to undocking and leaving the station like I am in now and get out there and go get after it. So the Heron is going to help you with that. It's just like the Magnate. It has the same kind of bonuses as the Magnate. The difference is in its stats and what items you can fly with it. And you see the difference. The Magnate has a bunch of low slots. Again, low slots are typically helping the stats of the ship. And the Magnate did not have a lot of mid slots. Mid slots are where you can have activatables, items you can use. Think of them like abilities in other MMOs, right? The Heron has a flip-flop, a bunch of mids, and not a lot of lows with the same kind of cargo. So the Heron can really excel at a lot of things. So we do have a Tech 1 Newbro fit for you. This will be in the description for you. This is a scanning and hacking ship. You can also make travel fits for this. I do have a travel fit Heron. The purpose of this fit is to very quickly go from A to B with cargo. Yes, we do go 9 AU with this. You can see the base Heron is going to go only 5.7 AU. That's warp speed. That means when you initiate warp, you go just a little bit faster. We go almost 50% faster. Okay, it's almost double. And I'll put all of these fits in the description for y'all, so you can copy and paste these and get it done if you would like to try EVE for free. Is the Heron an S tier ship or an A tier ship? I am gonna put it above the Retribution because I think it's one of the only S tier exploration ships because of the amount of things you can do with it compared to the other T1 exploration ships. You can do 90% of the activities in EVE Online. You can mine, you can scan, you can hack, you can salvage, you can combat, you can travel, you can do some hauling. This is something, all of these, you're basically ready. You don't need a lot to get into the game and start flying ships. You can just fly these that I tell you. Let your boy Loru help you with some of that analysis paralysis. Heron's definitely an S tier ship. So the Condor is going to be a PvP ship that is going to get up close to you. The Kestrel is going to be more of a kitey ship that is going to be at range and be able to like kite you down and still be able to do some really awesome damage, double damage. But we are going to be able to do some PvP in it. Here's a Tech 1 PvP community fit. This is from the devs. This is something that you can get into ASAP, basically week 1, and just start flying. So if you wanted to go fight some stuff today, you can in the Kestrel. Because it has double DPS boosts, you can head into the dark filaments and use a Kestrel to be able to fly in the abyss. You do 96 DPS, get some decent heals here. I hope you're seeing that the kind of ship that you take into an activity matters not as much right? Like you can just pick a ship and just go. Like here is another Abyss ship. If you like missiles, if you like the flavor of missiles, of I'm gonna throw out explosions instead of the Punisher was lasers, was like zappy zappy versus boomy boomy. If you like the boomy boomy, fly the Kestrel. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day because you're still gonna be able to make ISK. It's one of the principles of EVE, is that there's literal infinite ways to slice this pie. What we want to do is be able to show y'all some of these ships and help you make some of those choices. Less analysis paralysis. Can you do more than the Retribution? Than the Punisher, excuse me. Behind the Magnate, because it's still a great ship, but it's not going to be, in my opinion, as good as the Magnate. So that's where we're going to put the Kestrel. The Condor is a little bit more niche, so let's just put that to a B tier because it's very PvP focused. It's less tanky, and you can just do more damage with the Kestrel for less skills. That's what I'm saying. Does it? Right, exactly. Doesn't burn safes. Agreed, it's not S tier for sure, for sure. And we'll put the Condor, because we were talking about it, to B, and then we'll keep moving from there. Excellent. The Imicus is just really awesome ship. It's the first ship I explored in. You're going to see a lot of similarities to the other stuff in here. And it's more balanced than the Heron and the Magnate. It's more of a balanced ship. It's only got 4 mids and 3 lows, but this balance is going to let you still do a bit of everything without having to be like locked into one role. So just really, really quickly to like slap this down, the Imicus is going to be probably A tier ship. You don't need to go after the best ship when you're new. I'm gonna put the Imicus to B tier, ahead of the Condor, because I still think when you're new, exploration ships are the better ships to fly. You should definitely be getting a Heron if you can, or a Magnate. Let's talk about the Incursus. This ship is a monster. You get bonuses to active tank. Early on, when you don't have a lot of skills, armor repairer bonuses is huge. This lets you be very tanky in the Incursus, and the hybrid turret damage is going to really help you. I use the Incursus a lot, and the Incursus is really good for faction warfare, which is dedicated PvP. Think of it like outside battlegrounds. I'm gonna put the Incursus to a solid A tier, but can you do the Abyss in it? You can do Galente Enforcer stuff. Let's put it to A, but a little bit below the Kestrel here, because it's really good for faction warfare, really solid ship, but as far as your ISK making potential, might be a little bit less than the Kestrel or the Punisher when you're a Newbro. The Tristan, also called the Fat Boy or the Large Lad. This is a silly looking ship, but I kind of love him. He's got a lot of character. And the tracking speed and drone hit points and tracking speed, this is going to help you a lot. This is hit rating, if you're coming from other MMOs, is going to be the Tristan. So you're not going to do as much damage, but you will technically do more damage than most because you're going to hit things easier. And because of the Tristan being so naturally tanky, you can do tier 1 electrical abyss with it, triple damage, a bunch of drones. This is a community fit. You can do abyss in this whenever something is able to do the abyss. In a tech 1 ship, a 2 million ISK ship can probably make you something like 15 to 20 million ISK an hour. 10% of the cost. It's so pathetically easy to do this in a Tristan. Drone ships are some of the best ships I recommend for newbies, because you don't have to worry about what ammo is what, because of its prevalence in PvP, because of its ability to help you understand things. It's high A. I don't think it's necessarily S, because you can make some serious ISK in this. This is going to be a ship you're going to use for a long time. That is the Tristan. This is a community fit. Go check it out and enjoy. One of the best ships in EVE Online, in my opinion. Now, Mimitar ships are going to be more speedy. They have less built-in tank, and they're going to be able to do more things like that. Let's talk about the Breacher. This, you can see, this is how look at the difference in look that the Amar ships, the Mimitar ships have from other things. This is the side that we like to joke around, in Rust we trust. So this is made of paper and very fast. A lot of these ships are very, very quick. Okay, so you can do Abyss in it, and here's some skill deer stuff. This is looking like it's a PvP fit, because we've got a, yeah, look at this fit, chat. Okay, so this is a PvP fit. This is a frigate, a tiny ship, but it's got cruiser level heals. And it's got double heals. Look at this monstrosity. Looks like it's from Dune. There it is. No, exactly. We've got armor rep and shield rep. This is a wild looking fit, y'all. This is going to be a surprise pocket PvP ship. We go very fast. 3,200 on grid is really quick. Let's put it to, I'm going to put it to high B. Should the Newbros fly these ships? I don't know, because they end up being a little bit tougher to fly because the focus is on speed, not just basic tank ability. The Rifter, the Rifter, the Rifter. Let's talk about the Rifter. One of the best looking ships in all of EVE Online, the Rifter. Look at this behemoth. Look how sick this ship looks, okay? It looks like a claw. It looks like it's coming at you. There's something very like visceral and like forward about how the ship is. So you could do missions with it, with your projectile turrets. You can go in and do like 135 is pretty awesome. Active heals. This is a solid looking ship. You could do a lot with this. Okay. Soldier of Fortune, other missions with this. I don't know if you can do Abyss. It might be a bit too niche. You probably can if you make it work, but PvE missions, PvP times, this is a PvP focused fit. You could do a lot with this. So let's put the Rifter more on the PvP side. We'll put it to, I don't think it's an S tier ship. I do not think it's an S tier ship. For Newbros, let's put it to high B into A, because here's my thinking. If you're a Newbro, that's the purpose of this tier maker. I want the Newbros that watch this video to go, I have to have these three. Must have. I will probably fly these. I might fly these. The Astero. We talk about the Astero a lot. The Astero is a faction ship. It is one of the best looking ships in the game. There's a reason it's like one of the poster ships for this. It's one of my favorite ships, but it's very expensive to get into. It's 86 million ISK for just the hull, versus the other ships we were talking about are only hundreds of thousands. I'm gonna put it to C tier because it's just so expensive. Right. I would never recommend an Astero to a Newbro. This is why. It's just so expensive, and you don't need to fly it when you're new. The Sunesis and the Gnosis are entry-level ships. These are weird ships that are more expensive, like here's 20 million, 44 million. These ships are easy to fly. These are the only ships in the game that require nothing to fly. Other ships you have to have Galente frigate, Minmatar cruiser, Amar frigate. These require zero skills. You can just fly them. And they're one of the showcases of a system in EVE that is, if a ship is easy to get into, it is probably going to be expensive. It's one of the reasons why the Astero is expensive now. The Sunesis is one of the best travel ships and should be one of your first dedicated hauling ships in the game. Why? Why? Because it's got a sub 2 second align time. It's very, very quick. This fit will be in the description for you. It is one of the first hauling ships you can get. It is better than the Tech 1 hauling ship. And I think it's a high B tier ship to get into. It would be higher, but it is expensive. And I don't think Newbros should go after it like extremely early. It should be something that you get at some point. So what do y'all think? Here is our Newbro tier list for new ships in EVE Online. The Venture, Heron, and the Retribution, the Punisher, whatever, taking the top slot, getting all those things. Make sure if you're a Newbro, those are the ships you fly. We've got a ton of Newbro focused content for EVE coming out very, very soon, y'all. So if you want that, make sure you sub right here. And if you want all the best EVE guides, that's this playlist right here. I guarantee you get space rich by watching the rest of it. We'll see ya in the next video, y'all. Thanks very, very much.